Well, hello. Thank you for joining us today. I am Keita Adewale, and I'm so excited that you have made time to take a few minutes out of your day to watch this great conversation that I'm having with an awesome woman, an awesome lady in the body of Christ. And her name is J. Cole Hornaday, and
Yes,
she
yes,
lives in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And
yes,
I am
ma'am.
so excited. She's the mother of one.
Yes.
She has a 19-year-old daughter, and she started with Total Life Changes about 7 years ago. And she has an awesome story and testimony. Now, this is not an episode of My Sister's Couch. However, I wanted to share J. Cole's story and testimony because, as you know, Takara Reese and Beyond Brick and Mortar Ministries have partnered together to collaborate on a new, great, exciting weight loss journey, weight loss initiative called Fit for Life, Fit for the Kingdom Health and Wellness Campaign. And so we're so excited about it. You don't have to be local right here in Augusta, Georgia to be a part of Fit for Life, Fit for the Kingdom. You can live anywhere in the United States, anywhere outside of the United
Right,
States.
exactly.
This is an opportunity for us to really be proactive and taking control of our appetites and of our fitness, of our health, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So, Fit for Life, Fit for the Kingdom is a holistic approach that is Bible based to help us on our weight loss journey. And once again, I said on Saturday we had our orientation. We start today. Monday, we start today.
Yes,
However, we
yes.
had orientation on Saturday, and we talked about don't be committed to the program. It's a process. This is a process, it's a journey. And so just enjoy your journey. And the more you are committed to the process itself, the more you will see the progress. All right, the more you will see the progress. So we're taking this time to have personalized nutrition plans developed for us, personalized fitness trainings for us by a trainer that will come and help work us out and tone us up and get us in shape. And J. Cole came to us with a wonderful testimony and shared her story and part of her weight loss journey and shared a lot of information about food and about total life changes. All right, it's a product that helps and it aids in facilitating the weight loss process. And so I wanted to give her another platform to share, to reach a broader audience. And what a more better way to do it than through this mechanism. So I'm excited. I'm excited that you have taken the time once again, J. Cole, to join us here and just have a conversation with our social community and
Yes.
in our virtual world, and, and just to share your story. So why don't you share a little bit of your weight loss journey and some of the things that you shared with us on Saturday?
Okay. Thank
And
you, first
then
of all.
share with us why you decided to become a part of Fit for Life, Fit for the Kingdom.
Okay, I sure will. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity to continue spreading this total life change of a weight loss journey for myself. First and foremost, I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity and also this platform to share this story on. I wanted to first of all explain to what it means to have a total life change. One of the things that the CEO of Total Life Changes, Mr. Jack Fallon, always talks about mind, body, and spirit. You have to embrace all three. So, some people may call it a single parent. I call it a blessed parent because normally when you talk to someone who is a single parent, they start mentioning who they have. And it was a couple years ago with Total Life Changes, I met this amazing older lady, her Miss Edna Ellis, and she said, "You're not a single mother, you're a blessed mother because your heavenly Father is always with you, no matter where you are on this journey." So one of the things that I also always try to when I get on a platform is us as single parents, we need to stop saying single because you are not by yourself. You have our heavenly Father, and then once you get naming the people who are in your community that is helping you raise your child, you are a blessed parent. So like I said, back in about 7 years ago, I had started on this journey of being introduced to total life changes. They used to have a slogan phrase that they used, and it was about the amazing I also brewed tea. They no longer use that phrase, that it was lose 5 pounds in 5 days. And like I said, they no longer use that phrase because we're not making any type of medical claims. But my best friend, I was at a job, and when they had the meeting in the city that I live in, I couldn't go because we had mandatory overtime. And you know, when a mandatory overtime comes, you have to be there. So a friend of mine, she went and she was like, you know, my nickname is Coco. She was like, Coco, I got to tell you about this. So she told me about it. I was like, how is this tea gonna make you lose 5 pounds in 5 days? But what caught me about the tea, it has 9 essential herbs in it, and one of the herbs was myrrh. And I remember in the Bible, Jesus talking about in the Bible talking about using myrrh. So I was like, what can this tea do? So they were sharing the testimonies about the amazing I also brewed detox tea and what it could do. And like I said, I want to make sure I continue to state making no medical claims, but they were talking about these products and what it could do for people who had different health issues. One of the biggest things was my mother. I love her to death. She's the type of person, before she gets her food, she'll put salt on it. My mom had several medication that she was on, and she needed a knee replacement, but she couldn't get her blood pressure down low enough on medication to be able to get a knee replacement. So I introduced some of the things to her. And then, like a long story short, she was able to get a knee replacement because her blood pressure was starting to go down with being on some of Total Life Changes products. So then in myself in 2016, like I said, I was taking the NutriBurst. I mean, the NutriBurst, this is a multivitamin, and I was doing that. I also brew detox tea. So then I started to learn about this product called Siberian Mushroom. Now, some people, with my knee problems that I had, just seeing what my mother went through, I just said, you know, maybe it's not for me to have knee surgery, because unfortunately her knee surgery didn't work for her. She had 3 knee surgeries. So then, like I said, in 2016, I had a doctor's appointment because I was just feeling so tired all the time, and I just couldn't figure out what was going on. My daughter would tell you that I would be stopped at in her bus lane one day, and it really caught my attention because I was getting ready to drop her off at school, and she was like, "Mommy, go." And I'm like, "What? I'm going. I had fell asleep. So I come to find out that I was anemic. And they were like, and I was thinking, how in the world can I be anemic? And so the doctor had scheduled me an appointment, and I had, like I said, I had one later that day, and she was like, you know what, Jaco, I think you'll be the perfect candidate of a gastric bypass. She could have slapped me in my face with that. When she said that, she was like, oh, no, don't get defensive. Don't forget defensive. She said, just go and see what it's about. And I said, okay, I'm gonna do that. So we did some testing and everything. And just the problem was, I found out that I was also anemic. So when I went to the meeting, I'll never forget, it was March 2016. And I was like, okay, they took my weight, and the scale that I had at home only went up to 550 pounds. So I kept wondering why it would say ERR, but it had to go buy another scale because I thought that one was broken. Well, when I went to the gastric bypass meeting, their scales went all the way up, I think, to like 1,000 pounds. When I got on that scale, that thing said 589 pounds. And I was like, who? Me? Now, mind you, we had wellness checks at work. I don't have high blood pressure. I'm not a diabetic. I don't have high cholesterol. Even when the nurses would come in, you know, they would be pumping the blood pressure cup up, and they couldn't understand. They were like, how is this possible? And stuff. And like, I was telling them, hey, I do take this brew tea here, and I take this NutriBurst, but then I also take what's called chaga. It's a Siberian mushroom. So, like I said, when I was there at that gastric bypass, and so the person that came in here, and she was like talking to us about the process, and then she said 6 months you're going to have to be on a liquid diet. So I'm like, March, September, and September, that's my birthday month. And then I got to thinking about Thanksgiving. All I could think about was Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving is my favorite, girl. I
It's
love
my
it.
favorite holiday too. I love
From
that.
the turkey, the dressing, the ham, the greens, the sweet potatoes.
Yes, it is my favorite too.
So I was like, I started not to panic, but I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do this, because what they said that, they cut the stomach and then it'll be about this small. And I'm like, there's no way I can do this. I'm not even going to sit up here and lie to these people or to my doctor. So I went back to my doctor and I said, I have to figure out what it is and why I'm causing myself to eat. So I believe in getting to the root. I had to take some time for myself to figure out why was I starting to eat. I was a night eater. So I would go all day, and I love drinking Pepsis. And I would just get them big 24 ounces from Kroger's, then put it in the freezer, let it chill. By a course of the day, I would be drinking 6 of those Pepsis. Then I would come home at night and eat and then go to bed. So there was no way that you can continue to function because I'm sleeping on all that food. And I noticed that when I was starting to eat, it would just make me sleepy. Even on the weekends when I would eat earlier, the food would just make me where I just wanted to go to sleep. So what happened, I had to get to the root problem. And my dad in 2012, December of 2012, just passed away unexpectedly. And my dad, you know how they say, your parents shouldn't be your best friends, but I understand they're still your parents, but because they do become your best friend because you talk to them all the time. Like my dad, he would call me and wake me up in the morning. About break time, he would call me at work. Then at lunch, he'd be like, if you want to swing by, had made dinner. Home cooked meals was a thing for our family. So with him gone, it made me start going to fast food, because coming in the family dynamic of sitting at the table made me think of him. And on his deathbed, it was hard for me because my mother had told me, it's up to you. I knew my dad didn't want to be put on life support, and this was where we were at. So she was like, so I had to come with terms, and it was a hard decision for me to have him removed off of life support. And it was like a guilt for me, because I wondered if I didn't give him enough time, if he could have came back from that. So getting with total life changes, when you talk about the mind and your body and the spirit, I had to dig deep within myself and even go back, and it's called healing the inner child. I had to learn that far as our plates when we were children are not the same size as they are today. When we were told as little kids, you better eat all that food on your plate, thinking as adult, you could be full, but because you have food on your plate, you're going to continue to eat that food. So then I had to start educating myself, like why when I eat certain type of meat, it makes me like, I just want to go to sleep. So then I was learning, like some of our hamburger meat, it has glue in it. And then I started to dive into learning about our fruits and our vegetables. We have a lot of seedless watermelon out here. We have seedless grapes. How is something that grows from a seed become seedless? Then I learned about GMO, and then how fruits are man-made. We have tilapia. There was never a tilapia fish 30 years ago. Tilapia is a man-made fish. And if you look on the back of tilapia in the freezer section, you see it's injected with carbon monoxide. So why would a man-made fish, why would we want to eat that? So we have to educate ourselves on the food that we are consuming. And like I said, I'm steadily continuing learning. I'm learning about carrots. The orange carrots are man-made. I just learned broccoli is also man-made. So educating ourselves regarding food and what it does for ourselves. And then, like I said, being on this journey of total life changes, I've learned about multivitamins. What multivitamins are we taking? Are you taking a multivitamin? Is it in a pill form or is it in a gummy form? Educating ourselves about because a multivitamin is supposed to give you energy for the day. It's supposed to give you your minerals, your nutrients, and a lot of vitamins don't do that. They either give you your vitamins or they don't give you your minerals. There is not too many vitamins that give you both. And if you're taking a pill form of a vitamin, you're only receiving 30% of it, 70% you're eliminating in your waste. And that's why when you use the bathroom, if you ever look, it's so bright yellow because it just ran through you. So one thing about the NutriBurst, the Total Life Changes multivitamin, it's 98% reabsorption. So basically your body is absorbing that, you're getting your vitamins and your minerals. So a lot of us are sluggish is because of what we're eating. And then if you've never detoxed your body, what you have in your body from infancy, from being a baby, is still in there. You have to detox your intestines. And like I said, one thing that's nice about I also brew Detox Tea, it also detoxes your organs. So you're like, well, why would I need a detox? Because there is herbs in here that are strictly for parasites. And you're like, well, I don't eat parasites. Well, you may not eat parasites, but the food that we're eating might be a parasite in them. You know, cows don't know to avoid this certain whatever they're getting ready to eat because it's a parasite. Or a fish, you know, a lot of people eat salmon and stuff. Salmon fish can have parasites in them. So we need to detox our bodies, because there is also pollution that we ingest every day, just breathing. And many people say, well, I'm going to eat clean. I eat clean. Unless you can control the air that is on your produce, the ground that it's in, the water that you nutrient, that is eating. That is what totally means to eat clean. And most of us don't even have control over what we eat and how it is received to us. So you just have to educate yourself. And like I said, I'm getting to the point of learning about more and more about the food that we eat and just educating myself on it. So when I started on this weight loss journey, I got introduced to what's called the resolution drops. These drops work on the thyroid. What they do is suppress your appetite. And tell you, we have a love-hate relationship, because during the holidays in the summer and like the barbecues that pass, this will, if you take it the recommended way of 3 times a day, truly it will suppress your appetite. So I'm just gathering with people of like-mindedness. We have to educate our people, because everybody's not going to go on a grass-fed diet. We're not going to be able to, and I'm saying not for myself, because I know what's this July. I know Thanksgiving's going to be coming around again. Girl, I would get salivating for thinking about the dress, because I just know who I am. And like I said, I have made small changes, incorporating like fruits and vegetables, being conscious of the fruits that I eat, being conscious of the meat that I eat, being conscious, making small steps. But for people who like myself, I'm not going to start eating bird food. I'm just not, and I'm going to, but I know I can't eat that type of food every day. So just being conscious of my choices.
You gave us a lot of information to digest, and I appreciate that so much. And even more you gave us on Saturday. Why did you become, first of all, how much weight have you lost?
Okay, well, pre-pandemic, post-pandemic. Okay, post-pandemic, I lost 201 pounds. Wow. So back now, I've lost 150. I put about 40 pounds on. Understanding about life and on this journey, sometimes people are removed from your life for a reason, and you want to still, and the type of person I am, I still value the friendship, and not understanding sometimes that person who's in your life is there for a season. So still with me, far as this journey, understanding that food, and some people get, when you say this, is a vice. Food is a drug, and it's a drug that nobody really wants to call it that, because they don't consider it a drug, but food is some people's vices. Food is my vice. It's my go-to, it's my comfort when stuff is going on. And it doesn't talk back to me, and nobody knows, because I could do it in the own privacy of my own home. So on this total life change journey, I had to dig deep is, why do I choose to eat instead of communicating my feelings? So there we go back to the inner child, as a child being raised up in the home, as you didn't express yourself. You were just told what to do. You better do it. And that's the way, you know what I mean? That's the way it is. So as an adult, learning how to communicate when I don't feel this way about certain things, or I don't like the way this certain things are going, to be able to express that to people, and being able to, people laugh because I always tell you, control your energy, because it's your choice to how you react or respond to a certain situation.
That's true. So what brought you to Fit for Life, Fit for the Kingdom?
Well, I know Takara, and we've been talking about this for years, and I just believe that we as people, and especially as African American people, we have to educate ourselves about food and the choices that we make. The dining room table for us has always been like a foundation for family to get together, food, comfort. But some of the way that we cook certain things is not helping our family. It's not helping our loved ones. If they have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and they're diabetic, a lot of that, 99% of that, is in the food that we eat. So you can't continue to eat everything the same way every day. So I think if we got together, like-minded people, and just start educating and sharing and enlightening each other on what we've learned on this journey of a total life change, to educate ourselves, because the Bible says your body is a temple. So I always ask myself, if my Heavenly Father was to ask me, how are you treating my body? I would be like, ooh, you know what I mean? It's some food for thought. How are you treating the temple? How are you treating something he gave you? This is a gift of life that we have. How are we treating it? So I think partnering up with like-minded people, we just got to spread the word and continue to spread the word.
Awesome. I agree. Okay. What is your goal? What is your goal? We have this awesome little challenge. We're not competition, but you put out a bodacious claim. You put out a bodacious claim, my dear sister, on Saturday. So what is your goal with Fit for Life, Fit for the Kingdom? And we have a challenge going on. And what's your goal?
By time my birthday is, it's probably about in 65 days, I want to lose roughly about 150, 200 pounds.
Wow. That's bodacious.
Yes.
I love it though. I love it for the stars.
Right.
And if I miss this, so be it. But however, I love it. I love your motivation and the inspiration that you are to the ladies, to the sisters. And I want to let you all know that Fit for Life, Fit for the Kingdom, once again, is for everybody. It's for the family. It's for the men, it's for the women, it's for children. We have obesity, especially in our communities, is growing. Out into the community today. The rain is bothering my bones and my joints, and the weather changes and things like that. And a lot of it, just if we change our diet, and if we just walk or just do exercise, how much better we'll feel. How much change can that even bring? Helping us to become fit for life, fit for the kingdom. And so that is the goal, and that is the mindset behind it. And I just thank you so much, J. Cole, for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
And bringing us so much education and knowledge. And I want to just also tell our viewers, it's not about promoting necessarily a product. There are many products out there. So if you find something that helps to detoxify the body, helps to get rid of parasites, helps to suppress appetite, helps to give you energy, helps to clear the mental fog, whatever works for you. All right. Whatever works for you. However, this has been a great resource for our sisters and those who've been participating or will be participating, who've already had a chance to try the product.
Yes.
And to see the benefits. So, you know, we haven't paid for anything. We just want to sample and see, is this going to work for me? How well is it going to work in my diet? You know, when we get those individualized nutrition plans, how do we work those in to help us aid? It's just an aid in us taking real responsibility and stewardship. It doesn't take the place of eating right. It doesn't take the place of exercise. And it doesn't take the place of getting good rest, proper rest.
That is true.
All right, it's just an aid, help to be supplemental in our journey to have a true lifestyle change. And so once again, commit to the process and you will see the progress. And if products help along the way, then so be it. All right. So if you want to know how to become a part of Fit for Life, Fit for the Kingdom, you can email us at fitforlife.gmail.com and email us your name and contact information, and we will be more than happy to follow up with you, to reach out with you and give you an orientation, walk you through the process of what Fit for Life, Fit for Kingdom is all about, health and wellness campaign, and get you on board. As I said the other day, you have nothing to lose but weight. Nothing to lose but weight. And so we're excited about that. But we are so revved up and excited, and we want you to be revved up and excited with us. And so we just thank you. Thank you, J. Cole.
Thank you.
Story. It was really moving and impressive to me first time. And so I thought about, let's just open this platform and just reach more people, help more people.
Yes.
Help more people. So I thank you for your transparency. And I am and I pray you're gonna do well. I know you're gonna do well.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity too.
Yes. Do you want to say anything to our viewers before we close?
Only thing I would like to share real quick is on this journey of myself, I had started to record myself working out. I have a trainer, and I was like, I didn't know what it was going to do. So I want to talk to people directly who need to, it's called extreme weight loss, who might be in that 500, who might be in that 600 category. If nothing else, increase your water and start walking. You may say, oh, my knees hurt. Well, be conscious of the food that you eat and the pain that it causes you. One of the things that I found out was, I was sharing with us on Saturday, like lemonade, the acidicness in it, the acid, when I drink certain stuff, it goes straight to my knees. So if you're a person that, you know, your mobility is limited, just start by increasing your water, and then just be conscious of your walking and your steps that you make, because the more walking, more water you drink, you have to go to the restroom. So that's increasing your daily steps. So just take it one step at a time. And like our marvelous Dr. Martin Luther King talks about, and I apologize, I always mess this saying up, but basically, if you can't crawl, then, you know, start. You have to start. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then, you know, crawl. But each little step that you do, and be conscious of what is causing you to eat. When you're full, why do I want to eat? But just take it one step at a time, because you are truly worthy of a total life change.
Awesome. I love it. And it's all for the glory of God.